put you as a primary host, and then if you find people around that would be interested in working with you, that would be a good idea too.
Previously on Weekend Showcase.
And then they can also be more interactive with you at that time. And then as one episode pops up, then we get more grabs. Then I can put some more people in touch with you that you already have other people involved too. So it's not just like I'm putting one person involved with just you. Once you have people underneath you over there, then I can start bringing people to, okay, this is the day you need to have your stuff. You're ready to have your writing into Donn by this time, and blah, 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 or whatever you have handled at the time. Mm-hmm. They can have it into you, and then we can continue.
Again, I have always appreciated your sense of loyalty for, well, first of all, for this project, and also for me. I mean, you've stuck with me for a long time now, but, you know, we are really ultimately going to need to be really creative as far as finding aggressive ways to not just get people on board, obviously, but to keep people on for multiple weeks. And yeah, you're right, the momentum is going to come once we get content going, once we get a backlog going. Hey Jay, thanks so much for covering for us at Comic-Con. That was really amazing how you managed to get all that footage together like that.
Yeah, man, I'm still kind of sore about getting too swamped with sponsor work while I was there to get more footage, give away swag, but we'll get more next time, man.
Cool. Darn right, brother. Listen, my hands are kind of full right now.
You sure you can hear me okay with the watch? I haven't had much chance to really experiment with Bluetooth on this thing.
It's kind of glitchy, to be honest, but...
Not entirely, I mean, you're good.
Cool. Alright, listen, I'm about to go ahead
and chat down with the rest of the team and get some videos done. I'll call you later, alright?
Yeah, man. Oh, hey, remember, relax. You're on the right path. Whatever works out or doesn't, just keep swimming.
Just keep swimming?
Yep.
Okay, Dory, I'll do my best to keep that in mind.
Your favorite movie, Finding Nemo. Alright, buddy. I'll talk to you later.
Alright, bye, Jay.
Bye.
Hey Internet, what's up? I'm Donn Shannon, and with me is...
Antonio Garland.
Alright, and we're about to do some brief commentary and analysis on Sonic Mania, the new Sonic the Hedgehog game that just came out tail end of August. We finally just got a chance to have Antonio, our cast Sonic expert, if you will, to go through it and, you know, get some thoughts together, get some opinions, and now we finally have a chance to share it with y'all. So, ready?
That's it.
Alright, cool. Here we go. Gonna queue up this video here, and there we go. Alright, so Mirage Saloon. Yeah, this is not the beginning of the game, we know, but this is what, 7-8 worlds in, I think it is?
8 worlds in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 8 worlds.
Okay. So, tell us what was your first impressions on this particular world? Well, first of all, let's start with the base game. What were your first impressions of the game?
You know, overall, I liked it. I thought it was pretty good. It had that Genesis SK kind of feel.
Just the SK? S. Okay.
Yeah, just a few updated sprites and all that. Like, I like Sonic's new animation. I like his animation for when he starts running as fast as he can. His top speed, and he's got that. His arms are backwards, I mean to say, and his legs are like in a spiral, in a circle kind of formation. It's really
And I'm noticing more in between animations, like when it looks up or crouches down. Basically, it's not just
his standing and ducking animation.
Yeah. Yeah.
But this stage, oh, go ahead.
But keep going.
I was gonna say, with this stage in particular, I was a bit surprised because for a desert level, I was expecting to be on the ground. I wasn't expecting to be in the air. Like,
Well, you do get to the ground soon enough in this world, if I remember correctly.
Just spoiler warnings.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah. But, alright, so what would you say, do you have a favorite stage or a favorite world in this game that you've encountered?
Oh, overall, probably, I guess overall, Hyperspace Zone, I like its new design. It has a lot of things that the original Genesis game has, but it adds new elements to it. Like, there's a boat now, there's currents. They take elements from other games, like the Sonic 2 Game Boy, where the stage you died, you could step in a bubble, and there was like a switch on the wall, you could step on a bubble form over you, and you could control yourself as you're going up inside this bubble. And they added it into this game. I kind of like them. They give throwbacks to the previous games.
Speaking of throwbacks to previous games, this is now the first Chaos Emerald stage, one of the 2 possible special stages that you can play through in this game, right? Which did you find more fun for you to play, I guess? This kind where you're fighting for the Chaos Emeralds, or the one where, the other one, where you have to jump through the rings, the horizontal ring of stars at the checkpoint post?
Well, that's a tough question because honestly I like them both.
Okay, so why do you like the Chaos Emerald one here? Which, if I'm not mistaken, this came from Sonic CD, right?
Yeah, this is like a cross between the special stages from Sonic CD and the gameplay from Sonic R.
Right.
Like, overall, you're racing through a track, kind of like in Sonic R, but at the same time, it's very reminiscent of Sonic CD because in that one, it looks
You're
similar
chasing
to
after
this.
UFOs.
Yeah, you're chasing after UFOs, but that one's in a more 3D plane. That one's more all range instead of tracking this one.
That's funny. I actually wound up wanting to play Sonic CD again because the first time I played through this, that was my exact first thought. Wait a minute, did they wind up copying and pasting this directly from CD? I want to verify this on my own. You know what I mean?
And actually, because honestly, the sprite looks a lot more like the sprites from Sonic R. The back animations.
It's a blue, 3-dimensional pentagon sort of thing behind his head.
Yeah, I think in Sonic CD, don't quote me on this, but if I recall, I think the sprites they're more 2D, but they're on a 3-dimensional plane.
What? Try again. What?
It's like sprites, they look almost 2D-ish,
Okay.
like a drawing, but they're on that 3-dimensional plane you're running around.
Oh, once again, talking about the new higher frame rate, 60 frames a second frame rate. Basically, the animation comes through a lot cleaner with everything you do, not just in the special stages. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, correct. Because honestly, it in a way from Sonic CD, the sprites kind of look like they were almost paper.
Well, I mean, an argument can be made for that kind of graphical design being really good in its own sort of way.
Oh, yeah,
If you like that kind of aesthetic,
yeah, I like
Paper
the
Mario games on
animations.
Nintendo or
Yeah.
Cuphead, that game that just came out on Xbox and PC.
Oh yeah.
I think there's a PS4 version of that too. But yeah, I mean, there's a market for that, I'm sure. No, but seriously, those are cool games. I don't want to get letters from YouTube people.
Yeah.
Anyway, about that. Moving on. All right, so this is now the second form of special stage in this game. Obviously, kind of ripped shot for shot from Sonic 3 and Knuckles, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
right?
the thing is,
This used to be where you got the Chaos Emeralds from in those games.
yeah, these are the sort of stages you got the Chaos Emeralds from Sonic 3.
Mm-hmm. And Knuckles. Don't forget
Yeah,
Knuckles. Okay.
Knuckles.
And what are your thoughts on this, the way that they implemented this? Because I know when you were playing through this earlier, when we shot this gameplay footage, we were encountering some iterations of this type of stage that were new to you, even.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah,
obviously they were made for this game in particular.
Yeah, about this. So, apparently they took in some of the stages from Sonic 3 and Knuckles, but at the same time they made new stages too. For instance, the first one I played was the first special stage from Sonic 3, I mean.
Mm-hmm.
And the one after that was, the layout was completely different, and it kind of threw me for a loop.
But you clearly found a way to get through
Oh, yeah,
it
since I've
somewhat.
played it so many times.
Somewhat. Let's see. Alright.
this guy, I don't understand these bosses. Like, I really don't. See, I guess this is being overspoiled from the way that modern adventure platformer games basically are, that purport to have some sort of storyline, or some sort of a storyline to it. Basically, you're supposed to have the antagonists and their motivations sort of explained through cutscenes, or dialogue, or things like that. And here you just have a bunch of enemies pop up and introduce themselves silently, and then fade away, and then these weird animation cutscenes that look like the time travel scenes from Sonic CD, quite honestly. That serve as the segue, the bridge in between worlds or stages. It's all a little disorienting, because you're being treated to all this visual spectacle with absolutely zero context. I mean, at least that's what bothered me about this. I don't know, what do you think about that?
Well, it kind of reminds me of Sonic 3 and Knuckles. Well, Sonic 3 in particular. After you beat the game with Sonic, with the good ending in that, you're treated to this extra cutscene at the end where you see a bunch of garbage. Apparently it's all the robots that Sonic destroyed along his way on his journey. But apparently, somehow, one of them became sentient and started to take over from where Robotnik left off. And so when you start Knuckles' story, that robot is pretty much the main antagonist, and Knuckles has to follow him and fight him in that same vein as Robotnik.
And it's why Knuckles is treated like a direct sequel to Sonic 3.
Yeah. And it kind of makes me think, maybe that's the idea they were going with that in this game. Like, some of Robotnik's robots became sentient and he's working with them. Because it's the same thing I'm kind of doing for a little bit for the story.
I mean, that's a plausible theory. It makes some semblance of sense, for a game about, super fast hedgehogs and foxes with two tails that can be used like propellers to fly. I don't know. And whatever this Knuckles thing is, I don't know what that is, but whatever. What is an echidna, by the way? I don't even...
It's a monotremes.
A what?
You never heard of monotremes? They're mammals that can lay eggs.
Oh, sure, like an echidna.
What? Don't they teach you kids anything in school these days?
Okay,
there's also the let's see, there's two monotremes. There's the echidna, the Dana Knuckles is, and a platypus.
Okay. Oh, you're talking about a classification of species.
Yes.
Okay.
It's like the closest thing you get to Chimera.
Another one of the Sonic 3 special stages. Okay, sorry, keep going.
Yeah, it's
what was the name again?
Monotreme.
Can you spell that?
MONOTREME. Don't quote me on that.
Oh, don't worry, you're only on camera on YouTube. People will definitely not be quoting you on the correct spelling of this word. But keep going.
Let's see,
Mwahaha, sorry.
Yeah, and the platypus is basically the closest thing you're going to get to a chimera, which is like a bunch of animals stuck together. It's a cross between a duck and a beaver. Yeah, that's what it is. It's a cross between a duck and a beaver, and it's poisonous. It has a little claw, yeah.
What kind of Dr. Moreau abomination is this?
To their credit, they do live in Australia. Both platypuses and echidnas. And they have all kinds of crazy things live out in Australia.
Remember when we did game commentary and all of a sudden we got to like biology class or something? What happened here?
Yeah, you gotta know your
I've totally
history.
lost control of this video.
And again, I didn't know echidnas had dreadlocks and could climb like that. That's something new. In real life,
The more you know.
Well, they look like hedgehogs.
Sure.
Yeah.
Except for the whole not wearing red and white shoes part. Sure.
And having like boxing gloves with spikes on them.
Fair enough. Alright, so we gotta wrap this video up. Final thoughts. We got 20 seconds.
Overall, I like this game. It's pretty good.
Score out of 10. 10 being best.
I hope I don't get crucified. I hope I don't get crucified for this, but honestly, I give it an 8 out of 10. Only because I kind of do wish they added a few more original zones instead of picking up what they had before.
Okay. Well, at least they added some.
Yeah, I do like the new stages, and honestly, I do like the old stages too, because, like I said, they add new spins on old classics, you know.
Right. And the soundtrack had a lot of really top-notch.
Oh yeah, the soundtrack.
We'd be remiss. Yeah. But okay, cool. That's pretty much it. Thanks for watching our Sonic Mania review. Stay tuned for more showcase.
Okay.
Hey, what's going on? It's your boy Chaz Bailey, here with my good friend Jazz, and we are here with local rapper / musician, Ydos. First of all, we want to say thank you for coming out, taking the time to answer some questions for the fans that want to get a chance to know about you. And we're just going to dive right into it. So you ready?
Yeah, appreciate you guys for having me as well.
No, thank you. All right. So first question. What made you want to become a rapper / musician?
Well, first off, I wouldn't say I was a rapper. I'm going to say I'm an artist.
Okay, cool.
And how that started is I was growing up and I used to hear music all the time. I never used to watch TV, but when I did, it used to be like Disney Channel, and like I used to like wait to the end of the movie and like listen to the music that plays. And I used to be like so interested in like learning how to make that music, and I always just say like, "Ooh, that's what I want to do." And from there was like a great spark.
So it was almost like a natural calling when you saw it. Like it just spoke to you like, this is something I want to pursue. This is something I want to do moving forward.
Right.
Absolutely. That's dope. How long have you been doing it?
Well, I've been doing it since I was about, I say I started about at age 9.
Okay.
But like I started taking it serious like in 9th grade.
Okay.
That's when I got into like my first recording studio.
Okay. Did you do any like, while I'm in the bathroom rapping or watching music videos?
I actually did a whole lot of that. So like the whole time like during high school, like me and my friends, we got kicked out of like the cafeteria like every day for lunch. So just for banging on the tables, like we got kicked out of lunch lines and everything. So yeah, I've had my fair share.
Gotcha. Were you able to do any talent shows in that?
Yeah, I actually did talent shows. I actually performed at the pep rally.
Okay.
In my senior year.
Okay, cool.
Oh yeah, it was pretty cool.
That's what's up, man. Definitely. What are some of the aspects of being an artist that you like, maybe dislike, and what is something that you would like to add to your table moving forward?
I love the fact that I can actually be myself and show off my creative side. Some things to probably stay away from is like probably politics. You know how that can go. So.
Yeah, definitely.
You talked about how when you used to watch the movies and at the end it was like the credits and everything like that. So what song or what movie kind of got you like inspired to do?
Let me see. I can't give out a song, but I definitely can say Toy Story.
Toy Story?
Classic.
That's a classic.
Toy Story, Space Jams.
It's another classic. I had Space Jams, by the way. I'm sorry, go ahead.
What do you talk about when you perform? Like, what's your major topics in your songs?
I can't really choose, one specific topic, but I talk about like pretty much the things I go through, the experiences. So it's just like, even though some things it'll probably sound good, it might sound like a single, but it's probably a real experience. So if I'm talking about like a party, I probably really went to like a wild party and stuff.
Okay. So can you name one actual song that you actually like?
Came Down. That like I love. Are you talking about like a what type of song? Like
just
one
any
of my songs? Or
any song that just like when you say performing, like one of the songs, can you name one?
I love performing Just Got Paid.
Just Got Paid?
Yes.
So where does that song come from?
Actually that song, it started off like I was on my friend Vic Beats. He sent me a link to his website and I checked it out. And then I didn't hear anything on. I was just like, man, these beats aren't like, it's not my type. So he was just, all right, I'm gonna sing you beats. So I sent him my email and everything. And then he sent that over, and I was just like, oh snap. And then it came together. Like I sat on the beat for like 2 days or whatever, and then it came together, and I felt it.
Just Got Paid. Okay.
You say, I remember you said that you try to stay away from the politics, but given the social, makeup of what's going on, and given how a lot of artists are using their platform to say something, do you feel like moving forward you want to kind of touch on that, but not take away from what you actually do as an artist?
Well, I feel like I do have a voice, but I would just say, I do understand what goes on in the world, but it's just like, I can't really speak, heavily on a topic that I wasn't there to actually be a part of.
Right.
So I didn't experience the actual things that really happened.
Right.
So that would be my take. But I definitely, stay caught up on news. I understand what's going on.
Gotcha. So you definitely try to stay aware and
yeah.
Whatever is in your power that you can do, you definitely try to make sure you do it, given that you do have some kind of influence on the people that look to you. Absolutely. What would you say, would you say you have a strong college fan base, or not even a college fan base, but just a general good fan base on college in Norfolk and maybe like on social media websites?
I would say it's growing.
Okay.
It's growing.
Okay.
From my day one of coming out here to now, I can definitely see like a major difference.
Definitely. And what would you say has been the biggest factor in that? What would you say? What have you been doing, or maybe what has been done for that to grow? Image. Okay. Like, could you elaborate a little bit on that?
Let me see. You just gotta build a buzz on campus. You gotta be in certain places.
Mm-hmm.
You have to look good. You gotta. I don't know. Everybody got their own keys to success.
Having a certain type of style.
Yeah.
So would you say that going to like different kind of parties or attending different kind of school functions has helped you grow that kind of thing? When people see you, say, "Oh, that's YDOS. I saw him at a party." Things of that nature.
Well, I wouldn't say school helped it. It actually helped when I actually lived in Houston for like a whole summer with my good friend Check, and we used to go to the clubs and everything. And
gotcha.
When I seen like celebrities walking in, there's cameras and everything, they knew who it was. And then like just hanging around like good people with like high status, like instantly like people start taking you as a higher individual, and it's just like when you experience that, you're just like, oh man, this is life.
Right. So you would say networking. That's right.
Networking.
Absolutely.
Networking.
Okay. Cool. Definitely.
I love it. You definitely have to network.
Absolutely. Definitely. What are some of the goals in music that you would like to pursue outside of just getting that big hit?
Okay. Outside of music, I would say I really want like endorsements. I really want to be like the first. I'm not sure if there's any artists on Aquafina, but I want to be like the first artist sponsored by Aquafina, if that's possible.
I know that Diddy and Mark Wahlberg have a water bottle together, but no, I don't. Well, and 50 says it's vitamin water. You're talking about actually just like pure water.
Yeah.
Got you. So you want to use music and become an actual brand.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And like outside of that, I also want to do like movies. I want to go into acting and
got you.
stuff like that.
Dope. Yeah. Have you done any acting classes?
I haven't done any acting classes right now. My focus is just on music.
Absolutely.
But like after things blow up and I get to a certain point where I can branch out and I have like a bigger network, then I'm definitely.
That's dope right there, man. It's good to have bigger aspirations outside of music. That a lot of times people they want to do so much, but they don't have that foundation to go from there. You seem like you have a good head on your shoulders. Music is what you want to do, but you also know you can do other things outside of it. So that's pretty dope. Jazz?
Now, so where do you see yourself with your music in 5 years?
Let's see. In 5 years. Man, I'm definitely gonna be on tour somewhere. Everybody gonna know YDOS. That's for sure. Yes.
Now, can you tell the people what YDOS came from?
All right. So YDOS, it actually stands for Young D Outer Space. So when I was younger, my rap name used to be Young D. But as I was growing older, and I guess I developed a strong creative side, and it was just like the music that I was making. I just felt that like the vibe was just like outer space, and I put that together, and you get Young D Outer Space, but Young D Outer Space is too big, and Young D is like too childish because it's not
It's too many young.
Sound like back in 2000.
So if you put it all together, you got YDOS, and my logo is a spaceship, so Young D Outer Space. So.
That is really clever.
You seem to have this marketing brand already. You got something there. I like that. That's a good ploy right there. Definitely.
Appreciate that.
Now you talked about going on tour. Mm-hmm. Now, who would you want to go on tour with and why? Like your big artists, like any artist you can choose from.
Okay. As a major, let me see. I would pick Drake. Drake. Yeah, I feel like Drake or Travis Scott, that would be dope.
I do like Travis Scott.
Travis all day. Absolutely. Again, we want to thank you for coming out and taking the time to answer questions and giving a chance to fans to know a little more about you. Before we close out, we want to get some information for the people. Is there somewhere people can reach out to you, like your social media tags?
Yes. Actually, everyone can actually follow me on Instagram at YDOS_. Same for Twitter, YDOS_. Facebook, YDOS. The S will actually get a $, so YDO $. You can look me up on iTunes, YDOS, Spotify, all the good stuff. Amazon, Line Around is out now. So
Got you. Do you have any other projects coming up in the near future people should be on the lookout for?
I do have some stuff in the works.
Okay.
I'm not speaking on it.
I got you. Understandable. But just know that it's coming.
Just
all
know
right.
there's some stuff coming. There's a lot of good stuff in the works.
Absolutely. Well, listen, man. Thank you for coming out, taking the time to answer some good questions.
Man, I appreciate you guys for having me.
Man, we appreciate you for coming out, man. Again, this is Chaz Bailey and my good friend Jazz. And that would be a wrap, folks.
You guys.
Thank you so much.
Thank you guys.
This is like my first one. This is my first one for like my vlog too. So this is like really big.
So this is dope.
I want to thank Donn for putting me out there. Thank you.
Wait, hold on. Get on this monitor. Hold on.
This caught everything.
This caught
This was here.
what?
The one on the tripod. The other tripod.
Is that okay?
Yeah, this program I got up here kept glitching out. So I have what is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 clips of the interview.
Thank you.
From that angle. I mean, but we have this continuous. This thing is still recording right now. So there's this, and we have a roll. So we're fine. We're fine. All right. My pleasure. Thank you all. Thank you all.
Thank you.